There's still a little left of the runway, so I would just use some right aileron, just a little turn back to the center line. And I see, oh, what was that?
Hi, I'm a student pilot with a passion for aviation. I like to create content that shares my story and the things I'm interested in through short narrative documentaries, showcasing flight lessons to informational documentaries and travel vlogs in between.
245, Niner Victor, Bangor Tower 1200, Niner runway 15, clear to land.
Climb into the cockpit with me as I explore the world. This is Echo Bravo India. As you can tell already by the title and thumbnail of the video, today was my first flight lesson. I know this video took a while to post since I posted the new chapter video. During my flight lesson, I really was introduced to the fundamentals of flying a training aircraft like the 152. I was a bit heavy-footed with the rudder and tried to steer the plane with the yoke more than once. But hey, I was learning. The flight was about 1.5 hours indicated by the hobbs time, and I learned turns, climbs, and descents, and had my first landing all with my CFII. The flight was mostly maneuvers over the Pushaw area in the Class Charlie of KBGR. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
There's a right-hand turn, please. And usually the first thing we want to do when we're taxiing is make sure we're all clear left and right. Oop, there's the throttle and right brake, please. A little bit more, there you go. We want to go over, there you go.
Oh, my bad.
We want to go over here to this yellow line. And you can probably do that turn just with rudder, but yeah, sometimes a little tap of the brake helps as well. There we go. But the biggest thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're not riding the brakes. You know, if we're trying to go forward and you're also on the brakes at the same time, a little bit of right rudder. There you go. Get it back.
Yeah, it's...
I'll help you get straightened out.
Thank you.
There we go. All right. Now you're straight. Now you can add a little bit of power to get us rolling again. You generally want to slow down for turns, and then you speed up for the straight areas. And this is a good speed for the ramp. This is about how fast we would want to go in a ramp.
Cessna 7570 Bangor Tower. Wind is 210 at 5 runway 33 short and clear for takeoff. Caution wake numbers departing Gulf Stream 5.
Yeah, no problem. All right, make sure your feet are off the brakes. Usually put your heels on the floor or just otherwise off the brakes. And then full throttle, please. And I'll be here to help you out. All the way in on the throttle. And you'll need some right rudder to hold us straight. Making sure you're off the brakes. And keeping it straight with the rudder. And there's 50, pull back smoothly. A little vibration of the nose wheel. And it automatically turns into the wind for us, that's fine. And there is just about 67. So we'll hold that attitude right there. So usually anytime you're in the traffic pattern, you want to keep your hand on the throttle.
7570 uniform, you can proceed on course to Pushaw. Traffic out of the turn is going to be 1 o'clock and 4 miles. Southbound going to grass strip in the Broadway area as a helicopter is going to be out of below 500 feet.
Want to counteract that adverse yaw whenever we use the ailerons. So in straight level flight, I really don't need to use much rudder. The plane should be trimmed, so I need very little rudder. When I use the ailerons, I need to apply rudder in the same direction.
Approach, Bar Harbor Airport.
So what I want to do is if I bank to the right using right aileron, I need to also apply right rudder. And see how the nose,
goes straight to
yeah, it like pivots around a point on the horizon, like on those islands up ahead. I'm basically pivoting around that island. Alright, controls? Alright, and let's start you out with just that quick rudder coordination exercise. The other way, so back and forth and back and forth. Just getting used to how much rudder you need. That's perfect right there. There we go. There we go. Okay, and let's clear left, make sure we're clear to the left, and let's try a 30-degree bank to the left.
Flight 1, traffic inbound to Bangor at shore.
And right there, pull back a little bit.
Northeastbound, Boeing 737 at 3,000.
Let's try one to the right.
Clear visual 33.
I'll clear to the right.
11. Thunderball 8311, 3000, descending 1000.
Your nose got a little drop there.
8311 Bangor approach, Bangor altimeter 3017, fly heading 065, vectors visual approach, runway 33.
Alright, heading 065, vectors visual approach, runway 33, runway 311.
Alright, okay, very good. Let's try now a turn to a heading. So, we'll turn to a heading of 180 south. So what you want to do is you want to divide your attention from looking outside to keep level and in the turn, and looking down at your heading indicator to see how close you are to a heading of south.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Flight 1, thank you. Maintain visual separation from that traffic.
There we go. Nose is getting a little low. There you go. I got that pull back. Good. Good. And we're coming up on our heading. I do want to start the rollout about 10 degrees from your heading. The most important thing with the landing is to land on the main gear and protect the nose gear. So you always want to land in a slightly nose-up attitude, and you can do a lot of abuse to the main gear. The probably secondary consideration is make sure you're landing when you're pointing straight down the runway. If you land when you're sideways, A, it skids the tires a bunch, but B, if you land and then you're pointing the wrong way, the plane will suddenly decide it wants to go that way, which will probably be off the runway. There's 1200, so we'll level off here, and we're going to beam our touchdown point.
Just the 7 uniform, wind 210 at 9er, runway 15 short and clear for the option.
We're still a little left of the runway, so I would just use some right aileron, just a little turn back to the center line. And I see, oh, what was that? I do not know what that was. That sounded like a seatbelt hanging out the window to get us over there. There we go, there we go. And keep that nose coming down, right about there. And reduce the power slightly. That's good. Yeah, and we're all stabilized. This is good. And you're still a little left center line. There's a small amount of wind. Whoop. And I'll be here to help you out with the flare, just to help finesse it.
Yeah, I feel the crosswind.
Yeah. So, see how the nose is pointing to the right? Just a little bit of left rudder. You got it. Oop, too much rudder. Too much rudder. There you go. Power to idle, please. And right, hold it off, hold it off. Oh, nice landing. Nice landing. There you go, sir. So bring us to stop past the Holter line, so I need right here will be a good place to stop. Yeah, so you got a little, flustered there. A lot of stuff was happening, and so you defaulted to, what do I do in a car? I turn the wheel. That's not going to help. So, yeah, you were holding left rudder and trying to turn us right, and that wasn't going to work for you. So, yeah, not a big deal. That's, like I said, it's all about building these, good habits and stuff like that.
Hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a joy to make this, and I can't wait for you guys to see more. Overall, what I took away from this flight lesson is a few things. The first is to follow the turns with not just aileron and elevator input, but also rudder input to make it a smoother transition. The second thing that I learned from the lesson is to control the movement of the aircraft with the rudder pedals on the ground. This may seem basic to more experienced pilots, but it does take time to build that muscle memory to steer with your feet and not your hands. Another thing with taxiing the aircraft is to put your seat right over the center line of the taxiway. I would have easily ended up in the grass during my first flight lesson if it weren't for the larger taxiways at Bangor. The final thing that I can take away from this experience is to always aviate first and foremost. During short final, when I got distracted by the seatbelt flapping and the wind, I drifted off centerline a tad. This could have been easily fixed if I had done the necessary thing, which is to aviate. As I go forward, I will remember that I should fly the plane first and foremost. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really means a lot. And until next time, dream big, fly high.